How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of The Ranked Report. So this week we are using a team that I built around Volcarona. Love that Pokemon, it's one of my favourites. This is a pretty standard Volcarona set of Quiver Dance, Giga Drain, Fiery Dance and Protect. The fire move's normally a bit flexible, like Heat Wave's also an option if you want to spread damage. You can use Flamethrower. I think it's probably best to either go Fiery Dance or Heat Wave. The reason I went Fiery Dance is, one, because it's nice for snowballing, and I tend to play this quite slowly with Volcarona, so getting those long-term boosts is quite nice, plus it's more accurate. And the other one was Heatran. Is not impossible for this team, but it's a difficult matchup. And so having a single target fire move that you can use to hit around Heatran without setting off its Flash Fire is really nice. And then Giga Drain lets you hit water types, lets you hit rock types, lets you survive a bit longer, especially in grassy terrain with Rillaboom. There's a nice combo there where it boosts the power of your Giga Drain, plus you get the passive healing from grassy terrain, plus you get more healing from Giga Drain because it's doing more damage. Just quite good. Quiver Dance to the setup move, obviously. +1 special attack, +1 special defense, +1 speed. Makes it very fast, very bulky on the special side. It's kind of physically frail, so you do need to be very careful of that. I did very strongly consider putting Intimidate on this team somewhere, but ended up not going for it. And I think it still works fine. Like, you can cover its physical weaknesses with others. Like, I've got 2 rock resists. That's the big one. Gastro eats water moves, so Urshifu becomes less of a problem, so does Rillaboom. And Regieleki hits water types pretty hard as well, so you can cover its weaknesses pretty well. You just need to be a bit careful of its physical defense. So something like Incineroar, for example, that just hits it neutrally is still doing a lot of damage to it with like a Flare Blitz. And then building around that, I had Rillaboom and Togekiss on the team, because Rillaboom, I mentioned the synergy with grassy terrain there, plus it covers water and rock types really well, gives you a switch in for those kind of things, gives you Fake Out to potentially help set up Quiver Dance. Togekiss as well is there to help set up Quiver Dance. I put safety goggles on this thing because I think otherwise I really struggle with Amoonguss and Venusaur. Or just any kind of sleep, really. Particularly on Trick Room teams. I think Lilligant Torkoal was also something that I was slightly concerned about. Because this team otherwise kind of has a slightly difficult matchup into that. It's not impossible, but it's kind of tricky. But Amoonguss in particular was the big issue. Because there's nothing on my team that's immune to Spore and can also hit Amoonguss for any kind of reasonable damage. So I put safety goggles on that. And as a result, I went Serene Grace rather than Super Luck, just because it gives Air Slash a 60% flinch rate, which is stupid. Like, you can bail yourself out of situations by just pressing Air Slash and getting a flinch. And I think one of my favourite things in this entire game is complaining about hacks when you don't get an Airstream flinch, because technically it's in your favour. Even including accuracy, you've got a 57% chance to flinch your opponent when you click Air Slash if you are faster than them. And so if you don't get the flinch, you can yell about hacks, and it's very funny. So that's kind of how the team was built specifically to support Volcarona. Regieleki I put on there just because I needed something fast. And Regieleki is the fastest thing in the game. It hits a lot of stuff that Volcarona can't hit that hard. Things like bulky water types, which again I've mentioned a lot, but they are a big problem. It's good neutral coverage as well into like Heatran, for example. I said was a bit of an issue. Fire types, Volcarona can't hit that hard. So Regieleki does really good neutral damage into things like Incineroar as well. Plus it gives you that speed control, which I otherwise don't have on the team, which means that something like my Togekiss has a bit of speed investment in it, as does my Rillaboom. So Electrode can help those Pokemon outspeed slightly faster threats and KO them. Even something like Gastro after an Electrode can outspeed an Incineroar, can sometimes be useful. And then Gastro as well. I've really enjoyed the pairing of Gastro and Volcarona, because Rapid Strike Urshifu is all over the place, as I think like Dracovish, just water types in general, really. And so there have been a lot of situations where I've been able to just stick a Gastrodon next to my Volcarona, and suddenly it kind of shuts down any water type. And also Gastro is very scared of grass types, but Volcarona kind of destroys those. Like grass types, the Rillaboom, Amoonguss, that kind of stuff, they can't really do any damage to Volcarona, and Volcarona hits them with Fiery Dance for a lot. So that's quite a nice synergy there. And then lastly, Stack Attacker, that slot has been a little bit flexible. I think I've considered... I needed a rock resist, basically. I've considered a number of steel types, largely. I considered having another ground type in that slot. I think I had Landorus Therian in there for a bit for Intimidate as well. but ended up settling on Stack Attacker just because, like, things like Fake Out and Follow Me that are used for setup for, used as support for setup Pokemon, like Quiver Volcarona, can also be used as support to set up Trick Room. And with Gastron on the team, I have a relatively solid Trick Room mode there regardless. If I just whack a Stack Attacker on there. Whack a Stack Attacker, that was quite fun to say. Yeah, it also has a pretty decent matchup into Heatran. I think one thing I'd maybe change is changing the Chocolate Berry to Shuka. I feel like Chocolate Berry's not coming into play that often, but it does help a lot against like Urshifu, for example. But I think Shuka Berry on that would also be a very valid idea. One I'd potentially consider changing to that, or like Air Balloon maybe, although Air Balloon's a bit more finicky. Pretty standard set, just Jarble, Stone Edge, Body Press, Trick Room. But yeah, it gives me a Trick Room option. It's good into, or at least it's decent into Heatran. It's very good into Incineroar as well. Incineroar was a real problem for this team. But it kind of still is, to be honest. Because like I mentioned, like it beats Rillaboom. Fake Out, like he doesn't really like. You can Fake Out Kiss to get around Follow Me. And also just like that big neutral damage coming off Incineroar is very difficult for Volcarona to deal with because I don't have any means of damage reduction. And because Volcarona can't hit it back very hard, I think I need a lot of support to get around Incineroar, so like Stone Edge and Body Press really help with that. Plus Stack Attacker gives me a really good, well, not really good, but it gives me a much better matchup into like opposing Trick Room teams. It's like Hatterene DD is potentially a problem with this team. Torkoal can be a bit of a problem to get through. Like I said, bulky fire types can be a bit annoying. Again, I highlighted specifically Lilycole as a problem. Stack Attack helps with those as well. But yeah, that's the team. I've enjoyed using it. I think it's pretty solid. Volcarona is very fun to use. Honestly, this is just a lot of my favourite Pokemon. I love Volcarona, I love Togekiss, I love Gastrodon. Rillaboom and Regieleki you can take or leave. Stack Attack is fun. So yeah, solid team. I really enjoy it. Hopefully you all enjoy it too. Sorry if I've waffled on the intro a bit here, but hopefully it's useful at the very least. And yeah, let's jump into some battles with it. Okay, our first game, we're up against Urshifu, Rillaboom, Moltres, P2, Incin, and the Moongus. This is kind of interesting. You've got like a mixed Trick Room mode going on here, plus you've got that Moongus Moltres potential like nasty plot setup, for example. Amoonguss I think is going to be very difficult here. I think this is a really good game for Togekiss though. Like with safety goggles, I think Togekiss is pretty content to just sit in front of everything here. So the question is, do I just go... I think Togekiss Volt here is pretty solid, honestly. I don't really know what my opponent does about that. Like, you maybe like Incin and Moongus, but then you're in a really bad spot the turn after if you do that. I think that's... Yeah, and then I can just go... Who do I bring in the back here is the question. I think Aleki's good. I don't really like Gastron for this matchup. Doesn't really do any damage into anything other than Incineroar. I think Aleki's better damage into Incin, plus it outspeeds Urshan, Moltres. Even if they're Scarf, it'll outspeed. And then I could really Stack as an anti-Trick Room option. I think that's also not terrible here. I don't think Rillaboom is particularly good into like Incin, Amoonguss, Moltres. I guess Gastro could be nice as an anti-TR option if they bring like Water Rush. Yeah, I'm going to go Gastro here. If this is Water Rush feed, then I think this is a decent Gastro game. Plus, it can sit in front of Incineroar. Like, it's not offensively that much pressure, but it does threaten to hit my opponent with Sleep. And if this is at Trick Room, I can clear out Amoonguss and start spamming Spore on top of everything. What we got? They go Amoonguss Moltres. That's fine. I feel like I've no reason not to just Follow Me and Quiver Dance here, right? Let's give me an idea of the speed tiers here for Moltres as well, compared with Volcarona. Okay, well Volcarona's faster, that's good to know. And yeah, this kind of matchup is exactly why I have goggles on my Togekiss, because I'm assuming this is always going to be a Spore from Amoonguss. They go for the nasty plot, yeah. Kind of saw that one coming. So now I'm just going to start needing to get damage down this thing. They Spore, which doesn't work. I think I just Gleam and Fiery Dance the Amoonguss slot. They could also protect Amoonguss. I don't think they go for a Spore again here, though. What are they switching? If they're switching, what are they switching into? Because the Protect could also be very annoying. I'm half tempted to double the Moltres here. Yeah, I kind of want to just double the Moltres, honestly. I think +1 Fiery Dance plus Gleam is probably enough to deal with that. Oh no. They call my bluff here. Oh, they just spored. Okay. Good call from my opponent there. I could have just gone for the Fiery Dance into Amoonguss. Unless they're Sludge Bomb. They could well be Sludge Bomb. I could see that being a thing. But yeah, they call me and go Spore. Okay, good move, good move. Amoonguss is forced to switch here, at the very least. I think I leave Volcarona in here. I'm just going for a Dazzling Gleam, get some damage down, and I mean, it doesn't matter what I do with Volcarona, I'm asleep. Stays asleep, yep. Air slash into Volk. Do a bit of a half, yeah. That's kind of what I expected. My berry. Cool. Gleam. What's this doing? That's a very good chunk to... Oh! That's more than I'd like on Moltres, I'll be honest with you. And their Citrus, okay. I think Volcarona should be able to pick this up with the Fiery Dance still. Not if they Pollen Puff. Oh, that's a problem. That is a problem. Okay, I'm going to go Follow Me here. I think I have to clear out the Amoonguss, right? This thing is getting way too annoying. Gave him a Berserk boost for free, which is not ideal. Follow Me. And I stay asleep. That's bad. I think I just lose off the back of that. That's a lie. I still have a Lecky in the back, actually. Volk lives the Fiery Wrath. My opponent has called me literally every turn so far. I think this turn, I'm going to Gleam Protect here, I think. Like, I can't stop my Volk from dying to a Fiery Wrath here, so they always go for it. So I think I try and Protect here and just get some damage down on Moltres, because that way I can kill it with, like, Electro Dazzling Gleam next turn. Amoonguss switch. Ooh. Interesting. Ah, I see what you're going for. Interesting, interesting, okay. So covering for Protect here. One would presume. Volk wakes up, finally. Protect. They protect their Moltres as well, okay. Yeah, good call on the Protect there. My opponent's calling me really hard at the moment. I'm really struggling to get anything going. They do have just Fake Out into Volcarona here. I think I kind of want to keep this thing alive. I'm a little bit in trouble. I could go Gleam and... Oh, I can't switch in Gastro here, can I? No, I didn't bring enough for... Well, I feel like I did bring enough for Rillaboom, I just haven't played it well. So they Fake Out Volk here. If I'm going for Gleam this turn, and potentially... Do I just fish for... I feel like I might fish for Double Protect here, honestly. I think that might be my best play. Okay. I get Fortune off the Double Protect. They Fake Out into... Why would you Fake Out Togekiss? What? Why? I could have just killed your Rillaboom. I'm so confused by everything my opponent is doing at this current time. Weirdly, I think Rillaboom is a more high priority target than Moltres at the moment now. I'm just going to Gleam here and Fiery Dance into the Rilla. I don't think Rilla wants to stay in. I think it wants to go for like a Glide. I'm not worried about Moltres protecting here. Because my opponent has been playing quite defensively with the Moltres. And if they're worried they're at risk of Moltres going down, they might, for example, switch into Amoonguss. Yep. And protect Moltres, which I would love to see here. They don't protect. Okay. Still, clearing out the Amoonguss is good. Yeah, you're dead. I do get the Fiery Dance boost. Am I dead to this Fire Wrath and Togekiss? If I'm not, then single target Glebe is really good for me here. I am. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. I do still have Regieleki, which can big threaten this thing, but the problem is, like, Gaster or Regieleki, you just can't do anything into Rillaboom. So I think Rillaboom comes back in here, and I just have to call who's being targeted. Kind of wish I brought my Rillaboom now. I think I just have to call whoever the target is on this. Double Protect's a bad play because they get a free pickup on my Gastro next turn. So I think... I just have to make a call here, don't I? What's my win condition if I do make a call? So if I think they're going to double my Lecky... I think this is... I think they're more likely to go after Gastro just because Gastro is less likely to be running Protect. Is my opinion. I could be wrong. How have I got every turn wrong? Oh, if I'd yawned the Rillaboom there. How have I got every single turn incorrect? I don't understand. Like, I don't think I was playing in a way that was, like, consistently readable. I don't think I was... Was I? I don't think I was putting down the same habits repeatedly. Yeah, I mean, my opponent just got a lot of calls correct in that game. I did not bring enough to deal with the... Like, Double Grass plus Moltres is actually kind of difficult for this team. Like, you'd think Togekiss would be much better into it, but... Yeah, the Pollenpuff and Amoonguss was tricky. I could have maybe just focused down the Amoonguss much harder early game. Like, I had the option of turn 1 just going for... Sorry. Yeah, I could have just gone Air/Fiery Dance turn 1 with Amoonguss. I didn't need to Quiver Dance there, I don't think. If I just KO'd the Amoonguss turn 1, I'm in really good shape. Yeah, that maybe was the better play. I guess the problem there is if Amoonguss protects in front of a potential big threat, then... Nah, but I think you always want to go for a Spore there, though, don't you? Just because you want to try and get a KO. Oh, not a KO, get a Sleep turn. Yeah. I don't know. I think I just gave my opponent too many opportunities. Like, things are like that turn 2 Spore as well. Like, it seemed really obvious for me to follow me there. Like, I don't think I was making the non-obvious move too much. I don't think I was making the obvious move too much. So, I don't know. So it goes. Sometimes you just lose all the... Sometimes you just get all the calls wrong. Oh, God, this is terrifying. Also, summon Dracovish. That's a weird one. Torkoal, Venusaur, Entei, Dracovish, Regieleki, and wins. One of the problems with this team is a kind of a lack of fire resist. I think Gastro is super good here. Could I just like stack... I really don't hate stack Togekiss, actually. Just hard commit to getting Trick Room. I could also go stack Rilla. But Rilla kind of sucks into like everything else on this team. What if they do Lecky? If they go Lecky and... I don't think they really have a way around that. They could go like a Lecky Dracovish. Wait, no, if they go Lecky Dracovish, I can just protect and Hot Touch Gastro, then I'm fine. I think this is a Trick Room route here. And then it's my last Volk or Reggie. I think it's probably Reggie. Just the speed there's really useful. Like, Rillaboom seems really nice here, but I think Reggie is slightly better, just because, like, it outspeeds Scarf Dracovish, it can hit fire types neutrally, which Volcarona can't. The only worry is maybe that Venusaur, but I think I have Venusaur relatively well covered. I guess given that Snack doesn't have Protective, they'll need like Fake Out plus Venu. Okay, they just go Entei Coal. This is a problem. This is potentially a problem. I think I'm just gonna... I do kind of want TR up here, is the thing. But I could also just switch Gastro. Yeah, we're gonna hit a Gastro switch here. I'm just gonna air slash the Torkoal. I'm just gonna flinch it. I'm Serene Grace, so I'm just gonna flinch it. Is what I've decided. In comes Gastro. They really want to hard focus on not letting this TR go up. Yeah, it is double eruption. Okay. So, correct call from me. And I'm gonna flinch him. Observe. Big crit. Have I crit kiss or have I flinch kiss? Nobody knows. Nice. I think I just want to damage on the Entei here, right? And then protect. Stop another Scarf Eruption. They could Solar Beam me here with Torkoal, but if I lose my Gastro in exchange for this, I think that's fine, because that just puts everything in range of Regieleki. And it just means that my Togekiss lives another hit. I did a lot to Gastro, actually. Okay, crit me. That would be why. I was going to say, I did way more than the first one. Gastro goes Earth Power. Bonk. Really good damage. And it is Solar Beam, that's fine. But like I said, I can just bring in Regieleki here. I can bring in a Lecky and go for a double KO, or the other option I have is I bring in Gastro and go for a relatively free Trick Room here, honestly. Because, like, Entei's scarfed into Eruption, so I no longer care about that. I think this could be a stack angle. So I can just go for Air Slash into the Torkoal and just ignore the Entei. I don't care about that anymore. And then go for a TR, I think makes sense here. And just Air Slash the Torque. Entei goes out into Venu, perfect. Really good Trick Room. Really good Trick Room. Double switch. Something's coming in an Air Slash. Drakefish takes an Air Slash, but again, this Trick Room here is really good, because now I can just Gyro and Dazzling, right? Is there a single reason for me to not just Gyro the Venusaur and Dazzling Gleam? Yeah, that Drakefish is in range, I'm pretty sure. Venu takes max power Gyro, and spoiler alert, doesn't take it very well, and there's Dazzling. Okay, I think stack wins here. Inu isn't even Sash. Jeez, so many crits this game. I don't think it really mattered, I'll be honest with you. Like, I can run a calc right now, but I really don't think that mattered very much. And then, I mean, single target Gleam will 100% kill. I mean, spread Gleam would have killed it as well. I'm defensive, but I'm still undefensive. I'm safety goals, but I'm still modest Togekiss. Like, that's still doing a lot of damage. What was I calculating? Venusaur. And second, okay. Let's see, and then I'm 0 ID using Brave. Yeah, I mean, Gyro's killing it there, 100%. I think actually, my safest play, weirdly, is actually to Gyro the Entei. And then follow me to stop an Earth Power. I think that's my guaranteed win con, because then I can just have Body Press. Because I guess Body Press, I'm at +1, so Body Press probably would have killed the Torkoal here, but I think this is my most guaranteed win con. I think I probably have a number of guaranteed win cons, to be honest. Yeah, it's guaranteed pick up on Entei, because that's Scarf. Eruption Entei, just almost always a Scarf. And then... Okay, the Heat Wave. I guess that makes sense to go Solar Beam. Jeez, that did a lot. Oh, no, they're not specs. That's probably just charcoal damage. Okay, no more Sun. But, I mean, that just guarantees me the win, because that means that I can't get caught out by, like, an Earth Power or something, and my stack dies, and then I get into a position where they, like, double crit me with a Heat Wave or something. Regieleki comes in, and now I just go Body Press. 2 turns of TR. Yeah. I'm at +2 now on this thing. Body Press will kill, for sure. And, I mean, it doesn't matter. I'll just electricity bolt. Body press. Bonk. Cool, okay. There we go. We got to show off the trick mode a little bit. Volcarona mode didn't really work so well in game 1. Could have done, just a couple of calls didn't go well. But I mean, I think that's a good example of the trick mode being pretty effective there. And also just like making the right call on that turn 1 to get the hit on Torkoal rather than go for the follow me in case of double eruption. Because if I press follow me there and it's double eruption, like if it's Sacred Fire and I press follow me, then I'm in a better position than I think if I like got myself burned on stack or something. But even if they do go Sacred Fire or Eruption, I'll get my air slash off on Torkoal, so the Eruption's doing like half of its maximum damage, even if I don't get the flinch or the crit. Like Eruption's doing half its maximum damage. So I think I don't know, stack might have gone down, but even if stack goes down there, I can then bring in my Gastro next turn, and suddenly I'm in a good spot again, because I have momentum, or I can bring in my Regieleki and just start going for damage. So like I think even if they don't go for double eruption there and they do KO my stack, I don't think that's worst case, because I get decent tempo out of it. And if they are double eruption and I press follow me, I just lose, because like both my monsters go down turn 1. So I think it is like I had to go for a play that didn't instantly lose to double eruption, basically. And I ended up being correct, so it worked out nicely. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this episode. Hopefully you all enjoyed. If you did, please do leave a like on the video. Sub to the channel if you haven't already. Go follow me on Twitch as well. Link to that is in the description. Like I said before, I'm not streaming that much at the moment just because Sword and Shield content, I don't really want to play Series 12 or 13 or 14 or whatever it is that's going on at the moment. Like I'm enjoying Spikemuth, but it's kind of hard to stream Spikemuth just because it's so inconsistent when you can play like Ladder Tours and stuff. But once Scarlet and Violet release, I will be doing big streams for that. I think I'm probably going to do a 12-hour release day stream once those come out. Plus, I may try and do some other content, like maybe I'll play some Unite or something, if you're interested in other genres, or you just, I don't know, find me entertaining, who knows. Either way, go follow me on Twitch to make sure you don't miss out on any content in the future. And yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.